Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm grateful to everyone who keeps watching my content. My Premier Gang, thank you very much. If you are new here, feel most welcome. Now, it's that time of the year when the political temperatures are rising. And that is why today I want us to look at the influence of politics on the education sector. Now, you know very well that politics plays an important role in the education sector. For example, let us just jump right into what it really does. Okay, you know, in our education system, we have public and private schools, and majority of the schools in our country, they are public schools, and the main source of the learning materials and facilities are from the government. A simple question: which direction do you think the arrow of poor schools point? Poor schools in terms of what? Either infrastructure, staffing, or population. Can you note a difference in regions where political strongholds of the country have flown? There is a total difference, a big difference. For example, if you move into the interior areas of the coast region, you can see the difference in the schools compared to schools in Nyanza or Western Kenya. For example, in my home area, we have schools whereby you can be shown classes that have been constructed by the CS Matiang'i. If you walk down to the coast region, there is a lot that need to be done. However, I don't want to fully say so because I have not visited all schools in the coast. But in some region, which I want to not to disclose the name, the schools are not well constructed. So I don't know, it's because of political influence being low. I cannot tell. I leave that as a food for thought. So in short, we have to say that the education system is mostly influenced by politics, and political intrigue has been the main impediment to education reforms since 19 what? I'm not certain. So 1960s, 1970s. There's been a lot of political interferences. Nani amekunywa maziwa ya Moi? By the way, those days in 1990s, we used to take milk. Oh, let my late grandfather rest in peace. I remember he was a chairman of a primary school near his home. And any moment we visited during the weekend, we could get the Moi milk. Yeah, you know, chairman wa shule alikuwa anapewa box nyingi za maziwa. So those were some of the presidential decrees. One, there was a decree on Harambee school system. There was free education, the quota system, centers of excellence, they were built. National Youth Service. I know that people will tell you immediately after university, they joined NYS. Sanitary towers. That one is even existing today because schools are being supplied with sanitary towers. But with some little research, you can note that those reforms were introduced with little input from stakeholders. It was just on the political influence. And then you note that it is illegal to open a school without the Ministry of Education approval. However, you find that there were schools that were sponsored and named after politicians. Hey, can you look around your home and you can name, I know you can name a sample of schools whereby they are named after politicians. What has happened? Those schools, I know in some areas they are still cropping up. What is the impact to those schools? One, those politicians, they want to influence the kind of principal or the type of person they want to be a principal or an administrator in that school. There's a lot of mushrooming, either because they are saying there's no paying of school fees. At times they interfere with the discipline of the school. In fact, that one hurts me, and I want to frantically say it here on my channel. I do not like the aspect whereby the political influence impacts negatively on the discipline of a school. Just because we have children who are politically correct, if they mess around, if they're indisciplined, it's just a phone call away. And then you'll have politicians all over your neck. And you'll be like, this is the big fish. Honestly, I hate that. I hate that. At the same time, you need to know, with politics, at times policies are made. A lot of policies are made. But something funny, that policy making has increasingly separated planners and professionals, as their advices has been negated, and that is following the dictate of the political leadership. Many reforms have undertaken through the commissions. I know if you did some history of education in the university, you can know that we had a lot of commissions. One, Ominde Commission. We had the Gachati. We had the Mackay. We had the Koech. We had the Kamunge. And it is through those commissions that there are a lot of reforms that were introduced into the education system. Throughout, from the Ominde all the way to Koech, you could notice that cost sharing came in, whereby now parents had to pay part of the fees. Totally integrated quality education came in place. It is during those reforms that there was introduction of the 844 system. There was the establishment of Moi University. Those reforms. So, however, you need still to know that the political influence, it has final word on financial allocation. You know, the MPs in parliament, they have to pass some bills. Curriculum. Right away, we're moving from the content-based to competence-based curriculum that is politically influenced. How teaching takes place, pedagogy, all that is influenced politically. Truth be told, political interferences can make a school in a region to develop or the development to decline. And why am I saying this? I've seen it happen. Now, imagine a scenario whereby a politician will wake up in the morning and he or she will feel like, I don't want Mora to be in this school. He's going to use his political powers and influence everywhere so that I can be transferred or delocalized to another area. Reason being, either I'm not meeting his political interests, or he has been pressured because either he wants to bring a clan or someone who is close to him or her to the area,